Hello, I'm going to harvest a potato today called Cultra. I've grown this potato plant from a set aside shop bought potato. I believe Cultra is a main crop potato. It's only been in this bucket 3 months. I don't think that's long enough. So why am I harvesting it today? Well, because the tops have fallen over and the leaves are starting to turn yellow, and that's usually a good indication that the potato's finished. Won't grow anymore. It did have flowers, they've disappeared, so we'll go outside, we'll harvest this Cultra. I've got to tell you now, I'm not expecting much. I'm not expecting much. The weather is just been wrong for potatoes. We've had so many weeks of wall-to-wall sunshine and no rain. Although I have watered the buckets regularly, I'm fairly sure it will have taken its toll on the harvest. But we'll find that out when we turn this bucket out. And one thing that we might get a few small potatoes, mightn't we? Some mollies. We might get some mollies. Meg's with us. Meg will get something. We might get something. But you're going to see whatever I get. Win or lose, you'll see whatever I get. Okay, let's go and turn out this bucket of Cultra. Well, did I mention winners and losers in the opening part of this video? Well, I think I put the kiss of death on myself. Hey, there's no way in the stretch of the imagination could I call that a win. This is a loss, isn't it? It's a loser. But I said I would show them, so I've showed them. There's no point in weighing them. They won't go to waste. Meg and Daisy will enjoy these small mollies. They won't get them in a wanna. I'll spread them out across the day. And as you can see, they're only as big as my thumbnail. They're not going to cause any issues. Although they're raw potatoes, they're just so small. So the dogs will get those. Maybe boil these 3 small ones up and make a very small portion of potato salad, something like that. Okay, so we'll use what we've got, and we are disappointed with what we've got. But let me show you this. Let me show you this. This is what I found when I took those potatoes to the wheelbarrow. Have you seen these before? Potato apples. Sometimes referred to as potato apples, or TPS, true potato seed. This is what you get on the potato plant once it's flowered. The flowers drop off, provided they've been pollinated. You get these. Now then, are they poisonous? Do you know? You might want to check. You might want to check if there's any of these falling off your potato plants, and make sure your dog doesn't pick them up and eat them. Or perhaps a youngster in the garden doesn't mistake them for something that they're not. I'm fairly sure you'd get a sore tummy if you eat these things. And look, they're about the size of those small potatoes. Yeah. So a dog could easily pick one of those up, and before you know it, it's gone, and you don't even see it happening. And then later on that day or the next day, your dog's got a sore tummy. Anyway, forewarned is forearmed. If your potatoes are flowering, there's every chance that they will produce these potato apples. They usually fall off. You usually find them on the ground, but there may be some attached to the plant. Just pull them off and bin them. Better safe than sorry. Okay, so hope you've enjoyed the video. As you see, we're not infallible here at Homegrown Veg. I'm not the infallible gardener. I'm the homegrown veg gardener, similar to yourself, just trying to grow a few potatoes in buckets and bags, and if you've got a bit of room, perhaps a raised bed. This is something that happens. We can't beat the weather. Those 6 weeks of wall-to-wall sunshine with very little rain, I'm putting it down to that. I think the plant got stressed. It died before its time. I wasn't going to get any more than what I've got in this crate. You think that crate's too big? Oh, there was one hiding in the corner. You think that crate's too big? Okay, this is Homegrown Veg, signing out. Boy, oh boy. I hope what's coming next is a bit bigger than this in terms of return and yield and size. Oh, fingers crossed.